So, okay, listen, I have to tell you this story. It's really funny. Well, maybe not funny at the time, but now I can laugh about it. So, this happened last summer. Last July, I think? Yeah, July. My friend Emma called me. She said, "Hey, I found a house for the weekend." And I said, "Oh, that's great because, well, we wanted to go somewhere, just relax, have fun, get away from the city for a few days." "It's perfect. The photos look amazing, and it's so cheap." Cheap. That word is important. Remember that word, cheap. So anyway, Emma sent me the photos. The house looked okay. I mean, it looked a little old, but fine. It was in the countryside. Trees everywhere, birds singing, very peaceful.
The owner says we can come this Friday.
I said yes. Of course I said yes. I was tired from work. I wanted a nice, quiet weekend. So we packed our bags. Emma picked me up in her car on Friday afternoon. We drove for, 2 hours? Maybe 3? Long drive. And then we saw it.
Is that it?
The house was, well, it was old. Very old. The paint was, falling off? Is that the right word? Yes, falling off the walls. The windows were dirty, really dirty, and there was a big tree next to the house, a very big tree. The branches were touching the roof, making weird noises, creak, creak, creak. But we said, okay, it's fine. We're only here for 2 days. It's an adventure. So we got out of the car. We walked to the front door. Emma had the key. She put the key in the lock and nothing. The door didn't open. What? Why won't it open? She tried again and again. Finally, click, the door opened. But it opened very slowly. Creak. Like in a horror movie, We walked inside. The living room was dark, very dark. There was a sofa, an old sofa, brown color, and it had holes in it, big holes. And there was a smell, not a good smell, like old socks or maybe old cheese? I don't know, something bad.
At least there's a kitchen.
We went to the kitchen. There was a table, 4 chairs, and a refrigerator, an old white refrigerator. Emma opened it and whoosh, a terrible smell came out. Ah, what is that? There was something inside, something green and moving? Maybe moving. We didn't look too closely. Emma closed the door very fast. Bam! Okay, so we decided to check the bedrooms upstairs. We walked up the stairs. Every step went creak, creak, creak. It was like the house was talking to us, saying, "Go away, leave." There were 2 bedrooms. The first one had a bed, just a bed. No sheets, no pillows, just a bed with a blue mattress, a very old blue mattress.
Maybe the other room is better?
The second room was worse. There was a bed, yes, but there was also a painting, a huge painting on the wall of a man, an old man with big eyes, very big eyes. And he was staring, just staring at you.
I don't like that painting.
Me neither, but we said, it's fine, we can sleep here. Just don't look at the painting. So we went back downstairs. It was getting dark outside. We were hungry. Emma said, "Let's make dinner." Good idea, right? Wrong. We tried to turn on the stove. Click, click, click. Nothing. No gas. The stove didn't work. Okay, we can use the microwave. There was a microwave on the counter, very old microwave. We put some food inside. We pressed the button and zzz, loud noise, very loud. The microwave started shaking like crazy. And then, pop, the door opened. Our food flew out. It flew across the kitchen. What just happened? We just stared. We couldn't believe it. The food was now on the floor, on the dirty floor. We weren't hungry anymore. So we said, let's just go to bed. Tomorrow will be better. We went upstairs again. Creak, creak, creak. Emma took the room with the creepy painting. I took the room with no sheets. I lay down on the blue mattress. It was hard, very hard, like sleeping on rocks, and it smelled weird. Everything in this house smelled weird. I tried to sleep. I closed my eyes, and then I heard it. Drip, drip, drip. Water, somewhere, dripping. I got up. I walked around the room, following the sound. It was coming from the wall? The sound was in the wall.
Emma, do you hear that?
Hear what? The dripping sound. Okay, so we both heard it. We weren't crazy. Good. But what was it? We decided to ignore it. Just ignore it and sleep. But then something else happened. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Now there was scratching in the walls, or maybe in the ceiling? Is that a mouse? Maybe, or maybe a big mouse, a very big mouse. Scratch, scratch, scratch. It got louder, louder and louder, and then we heard footsteps on the roof.
Okay, that's it. I'm coming to your room.
Emma ran into my room. She was carrying her pillow and blanket. She looked scared, really scared.
I can't sleep in there. That painting, those eyes, and now the noises.
So we both slept in my room, on the floor, because the bed was too small for two people, and the mattress was too hard anyway. We didn't sleep much. The house made noises all night. Creak, drip, scratch. It was like the house was alive. Finally, the sun came up. Morning. We were so happy to see the sun.
Let's get out of here.
Yes, good idea. We packed our bags very fast, so fast. We ran down the stairs, we opened the front door, and we saw a man, an old man, standing in the garden.
Good morning. You must be the guests.
We stopped. We stared at him.
Yes, we're the guests.
How was your night? Did you sleep well?
No, we didn't sleep well.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. The house has some small problems.
Small problems?
Yes. The pipes make noise, the stove doesn't work, and there are raccoons in the attic. They run around at night. Very noisy raccoons.
Raccoons! It was raccoons! Not ghosts, not monsters, just raccoons.
But the price was good, yes? Very cheap.
Yes, very cheap. We understand now why it was cheap.
We said goodbye to the old man. We got in the car and we drove away.
Fast. Very fast. On the way home, we laughed. We laughed so much because it was funny. In a terrible way, it was funny.
That painting, those eyes,
The microwave, the flying food.
the raccoons.
So, yeah, that was our weekend trip. We didn't relax, we didn't sleep, but we have a good story now. A very good story. And we learned something important. When something is very, very cheap, there's always a reason. Always.
Next time, we're staying in a hotel.
Yes, a nice hotel with no raccoons. So that's my story. What do you think? Crazy, right? Have you ever stayed in a weird house? Tell me. I want to hear your stories too.